Good evening, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. I hope you are doing well wherever watching me from around the world. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So today I want to talk about it's called what? It's called the American election. So you saw the other day they voted in Donald J. Trump as the president of the United States. And things have been going well. And now the problem is Trump wants to do what? Trump wants to put together his cabinet. You know, there in America, the cabinet members are very important. They're the ones which help the president do what? Achieve his objectives or his goal or his plans for the country. In fact, let's say the ones who help the president achieve his vision for the country. So this time, this is the Trump second term, not consecutive. It was like he won in 2016, and then he lost in 2020. Remember that election that was very contentious. It even went to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court of America said won't deal with it. And most of those people there were nominated by Trump. You know, in America, it's the president who nominates a Supreme Court judge, and then it's confirmed by the Senate. So Trump had nominated, if I'm not wrong, like 3 Supreme Court justices. So they have the majority, the conservative from the Republican Party. So now the problem, this is what has been happening. This is what has been happening. Trump has been putting together his cabinet, isn't it? So he was choosing some characters, some of them good, like Rubio, the senator from Florida, and then there are also some other people who are a bit controversial according to the American media. You know, when the American media hates you, then there's something about you. Maybe you're a good person, or maybe you're also extreme. So you don't know. So JF Kennedy is the nephew of the assassinated American President Robert J. Kennedy, and his own father, Bob Kennedy, was the former Attorney General when John F. Kennedy was in power. Imagine John F. Kennedy nominated his own brother to be the Attorney General and it passed. Something we can't do these days. Like now, Trump is nominating some of his his allies into power, and that's causing problem. But at that time, John F. Kennedy nominated his own brother, Robert F. Kennedy, to be the Attorney General. Now, this is the father to J.F. Kennedy. This one who is the J.F. Kennedy. This one who is been nominated to be the, I don't know, the Secretary of Health. It's like Minister of Health in Kenya here. So he has some good ideas, like removing, what's the word? Removing chemicals from American food, like pesticides, these additives. Like now, you know, when you buy things like margarine these days, there's these preservatives. That's why having cancer. And it has been proven that some of these pesticides, food additives cause the lifestyle diseases, also the issue of obesity. You not believe this. In America, majority of the people are suffering from something called obesity. They're suffering from obesity. And this is a big problem. They're suffering from obesity. I was trying to make my camera. It was like this. The suffering. Majority of young people in America under 20 are suffering from obesity. So even the recruitment to the army has gone down because they are not fit enough to do even physical sport. Because the lifestyle in America is more where people just sit in the house. I know this is what they use. It's more just sitting around. It's more relaxed. It's more immobile. The lifestyle is more immobile. People don't walk around. It's more sedentary, something like that. They don't walk around, they don't do physical exercise, they just sit in the house, they have cars. In fact, a young man at 16 gets a car and also a motorbike. So I was doing the weave like the way Donald Trump is doing. So that's why I'm talking. The most hated politician in America, Matt Gaetz. So Trump nominated this okay, can you call him this gentleman, this young man? Yes, when you are below 50, we call you young. He nominated this young man called Matt Gaetz. He's age 42. He's a congressperson from Florida. You know, here in America, there in America, they have the Congress, you have the House of Representatives, you have the Senate, and then you have the executive, the president. Not forgetting the Supreme Court, which I was telling you about. They did not want to touch Trump's case when he lost in 2020. Now, when he won in 2024, now he's making his cabinet. So this Matt Gaetz, he won his re-election to be a House representative. So he's nominated to be the Attorney General. No, that's a very strong position. If you have been not living under a rock, you know, President-elect Trump has been facing serious legal challenges. Now, it was do or die for him to be president, and that's why the Democrats don't know that Trump used every means to be president. This is a man nearly 80. He was doing like 5 rallies per day. He was going everywhere, even going to barber shops. You know, this is a billionaire. You know, when someone is rich, cannot associate with people who are considered of lower class. But he was going to barber shops. He was going everywhere. Even he worked in a McDonald's just to serve. Okay, it was just it was just something for the cameras, but it worked. It got Trump re-elected by majority young people. The Gen Zs who re-elected Donald Trump, isn't it? So Matt Gaetz is hated in the House of Representatives. He has so many political enemies because he's also a very obnoxious man. He's proud, obnoxious, and he really likes to. He's very aggressive. You see, those are bad traits. You are aggressive, you are obnoxious, and you're also very. You always what? You're always hot-tempered. Those are 3 bad traits. You're aggressive, hot-tempered, and obnoxious, and you don't agree with most people. So now, in the Congress, they was trying to vet him, isn't it? So this took place in 8 days. These people are supposed to be vetted in January, where the vote comes in, but they usually selected early, and then they go through the vetting. So they meet the senators who are going to vote on it. Not like here in Kenya, when someone nominates a candidate for cabinet secretary, as long as they are in the majority, people just vote for the person. There's a time we voted in a cabinet secretary for a certain ministry, I don't want to mention. The person did not have the required qualification, isn't it? And this caused a lot of problems. Didn't have what is required to be a cabinet secretary. That is, let's say, a university degree. That's what they wanted. But now they argued that a cabinet secretary can be anyone from the street. Even you can get a dog and put it there. And the guy was voted in. And it did not even last 6 months. He was out. So this Matt Gaetz gets nominated. He starts going to see the senators. And you know the American media. It's called the liberal media. They support the Democrats. And they also have the Republicans, which are also supported by other people. But this time, the Republicans won without the media, liberal media, which is like the majority. They use this social media, which I'm using, which is powerful. So Matt Gaetz, when they start investigating with the media, don't have tea. This person has had a relationship with women from here to Timbuktu. Even me, I was thinking I was worse. That person is worse. I don't know. Tens of women. Now the problem is this. Those women, when he was having relationships with them, intimate, they were underage. And the biggest crime you can do in America is to have any intimate relationship with a minor. That one will, your career is finished and you'll be jailed. The same here in Kenya. We they protect the children, which I really support. So this person was having intimate relationship with minors from here to Timbuktu, and as the saying goes, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. That sank his prospect to be the next Attorney General of America, which is a very powerful seat in terms of the judiciary, because you control all the people who are nominated into the courts, the judges, the legal officers, and Trump wants to control that because he has been harassed. It's true, Trump has been harassed for the past 2 years. He has been harassed. In fact, I just thought he was going to be jailed. In fact, he was supposed to be jailed this week. So the Democrats had a plan like this. Kamala Harris wins the election, and then they ensure that they prevent any riots. America will have even been under a state of emergency. That's my thinking. And then they will have jailed Trump because this case, the one in New York, was a serious one, falsifying documents and other stories. So Matt Gaetz' ambition to be the next Attorney General of America gets capsized. I was looking for a word. Gets tanked to quote the Americans, or gets stopped, if you can put it that way. So it gets tanked, gets stopped, because he resigned yesterday. But who is Trump? Trump Nani. What does Trump do? He goes and nominates another lady. She's around 59. She's called Pam Gondi. She's a very loyal supporter of Trump, but she's a former Attorney General of Florida. Now, her, it will be easy. She's a woman, and Trump, he does not have many women in his cabinet. I think up to now they are the chief of staff. That's like White House, like State House Comptroller here in Kenya. We have one for Homeland Security. We have one for education. The wrestling fans, remember the McMahon dynasty, those people of wrestling. So those were 3. But now I think God wanted Trump to give more women positions. So now this Pam Gondi will be the next Attorney General. That one is given. So Matt Gaetz, the most hated politician in USA, the most hated politician in USA, Matt Gaetz, will now be the next, most likely my analysis, be the next Senator of Florida. Did you see that coming? That's why I'm saying Trump is a master technician. All these things Trump knows how it's going to play out. These people are just waiting, the media, to really attack his nominations like that. J.R. Kennedy, it's called Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know, another one is that Homeland Security lady, McMahon for education. And where is Ben Carson? Yeah, Ben Carson is going back to housing, something like that. And if they don't give Ben Carson housing seat, maybe they'll give this woman, is called Candace Owens. The media will go mad. I think that one they'll try. You never know with Trump. It's very unpredictable. And that's why you stabilize the world. You don't know how he'll act, so people will behave. So now Matt Gaetz will be the next Senator of Florida, because next Senator of Florida, because Rubio, who's the sitting senator, is nominated to be the Secretary of State. That's like Minister for Foreign Affairs. So when I look at it easily, Matt Gaetz will be nominated for that seat by the governor of Florida, who is called who? This one is called DeSantis. All these people initially hated Trump. They were anti-Trump initially, but now all of them they hate Trump. That's what we are talking about. So that's the most hated politician in USA, Matt Gaetz. And this one will be an interesting episode in America. But I know Trump will do a good job, because in the first term he was inexperienced. Now he has experience and wants to leave a legacy. So that's my story today. Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you who's watching me, that you have a long life, that your dreams become a reality, and you become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. So that dream job reality, that big car reality, that farm you want to buy reality, that big flat you want to build reality, that passport to travel outside the country reality, that business you want to start reality, getting finances for your projects, for your business reality. Also, and getting a good man or woman to start a family and have many children reality. So I was thinking, I also want to get money for a technological university that can be used to create a product that can be used in Kenya, Africa, and worldwide, train future entrepreneurs, provide jobs for these young Gen Zs, and take Africa to the next level. And also earn me big money, not only me, but also the Kenyan government big money. Those are my prayers. Amen. If you like what I've said on this our channel, you can send something on the mobile M-Pesa down there. +254 769 729 327. Repeat again. Mobile M-Pesa +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, gwere kuonana gwaheri.